Good morning, everyone. Namaste. It is I, Gina Luisa, here today. To be part of the collective consciousness. I hope I can raise it in some ways, but today my consciousness is going through stuff. Like this morning. Okay, the cards. How the cards know. They really do. I might pull the devil on the bottom of the cards today. And it is underneath me today. And I'll explain. I have an adult son, my baby, and he fell yesterday. He fell on cement. We have osteogenesis imperfecta, which is the brittle bone disease, And he landed on his left side, on his wrist and his hip, and he's quite extensively broken. He underwent surgery this morning involving screws and plates in his wrist. He still has surgery to go through for his hip, which will also involve screws and plates and things. And he's got a lot of recovery ahead of him. So I wasn't going to, tell everybody. But you know what? If you tell everybody the good stuff going on in your life, you gotta let everybody know what challenges you're facing as well. And so this is going to be a big challenge. It's one thing when I'm myself injured, but my son, that was so hard to hear the screams of pain, And yesterday was a strange day too, the way the readings went. The kind of had to stop and start, and it was just an odd day. And then right after I did that reading yesterday, the screams came from outside. A monkey wrench thrown into life. But then I had on top of me was, that Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, which shows the Nine of Pentacles. There she is in the garden, and it's growing. And, that no matter what, with the devil underneath me, still, that garden is growing, okay? And I still have got everything I need to get through this. And I caught to the Two of Pentacles, which, okay, you're juggling, but still moving forward, It's not throwing you off balance. It's not throwing me off balance. No. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. And that's how we are. All of us, okay? As a collective. No matter what kind of stuff is getting thrown at us. You like other stuff getting thrown at me too, me personally, But I'm not. It shrinks down to this much when something like that happens to my son. Perspective. It puts it all in perspective. Like my art underneath me was, how am I going to make money? Kinda. There she is. She's putting herself out there in the limelight. Go ahead, everybody look at me. I'll smile for the camera. I'll do what I need to do because now I'm focused on trying to make some kind of stability. It's all on me now, really. That was underneath me. And on top of me was a pattern, which taught me that, you go along steady as she goes. And then a pattern of, it goes along steady exactly. But then through the pattern was also woven a curvy line, So it shows that, you've got to one step at a time, but you're going to take each new thing as it comes. It's never going to be the same as it was. It's always going to be unique and different. But all part of the whole. You see the pattern. That my life is going to go along steady as she goes. Each one of those But in each one of those blocks is its own pattern weaving itself out. And all together, when they all come together, there will be a discernible pattern, discernible something that was above me. And then I cut to something. I remember drawing it. I started off, me again with my daydreaming with a little teeny chopping block with an axe on it and a log cabin in the woods. And I was drawing it. And as I got bigger and bigger, as I finally just went, whoosh, 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 and I went crazy. Ah! And I started, the drawing is really out there, And that's really what it is now. I'm trying to make this little chopping block with an axe and a log cabin, and then it just has to go. I gotta daydream as big as possible. The universe, okay? I can't keep it small anymore. It's gotta get big. It's got to get big. That's what I cut to. My craziest, my wildest ideas, right? But still, it all done with welcome, all done with hello, all done with humor and wisdom. I don't know how, but I know that I'm having to step out, let everybody look at me and see me, and because Gina Luisa needs an income too. I can't. I cannot just watch myself and those I love have nothing. It's God putting it in my face like, okay, Gina, like I know we don't, we never, do anything for money. And it's such a hard concept for me, this money-making thing. Because, the whole world is based on making money. And to me, currency is this, currency. This kind of currency is dangerous to me, that people would do anything for a buck. And I'm not the type to do anything for a buck. Obviously, I don't do anything for a buck. Because I don't have any bucks, that's why. But I do have a lot of worth. I got worth here. I got worth here. Very much so. And so now, I am going to put myself out there, and these ideas in here, I am going to let myself have a career, an income. Okay? I'm at the very, very beginning of this path. I'm just starting to manifest it. So, come manifest with me. I love you all. See you tomorrow.